Alright guys, so this is a step-by-step tutorial, literally, that you'll be able to do yourself. This is all based off my opinion and how I do my hair, because I get a lot of questions, but you see the shine, and you see the dimensions of color in my hair, I hope. And, if you guys want to stick around to see how I got this dimensional color and shine, I'm about to tell you, so check it out. Hi all my Beautifuls. What I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to show you how I dye my hair, how I process it, how I keep my color bright, some of the products that I use that you can use to keep your color bright, and I'm also going to show you what I do, and what I call it is bleeding, and it's when one color fades into another with, actually, you know, it's easy as possible. Did I just say that it's easy as possible? I don't think that makes sense. It's super easy. How about that? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what you're going to need, and I'm going to go along. I have to put this all into 15 minutes. So I'm actually going to get in the shower and show you how to do it like you would do it at home. And, you know, I'm keeping it real, you know, as always. And I'm going to show you how you would get this dye out yourself, not needing anybody else to help you. So the two colors I'm going to start off with, they're both by Splat. And one's Lusty Lavender and one's Splat Multicolor. And I think what I'm going to do is use the purple and the blue. Now these are stains. These can be semi-permanent. You can get them at any drugstore. I've used them before. When I did the red, which you can see, this is the red that's left over from the blonde that I had put over this. As you see in my other videos, my hair is all red. And what I had to do was, obviously I had to bleach my roots out, and then I just applied the blonde all over the stain, because this stain isn't going to come out regardless. But what I wanted to do is I wanted to lighten it some. After it's already been faded, I wanted to lighten it some. This way the color pops. Now, yes, you're going to have a lighter color in your hair, but it doesn't have to be bleach blonde white. The lighter your hair, the better it pops, but it's not worth the damage. So you can process your hair once, get it a little lighter, and put this dye in, and it will eventually fade away. And then you can process it again then with the blonde and do the color over again, and it should pop even more, because underneath this color, this also comes with bleach and in like a peroxide powder. And in my opinion, do not use it. It looks like this. I don't use them, they just sit in the box. This particular bleach will damage your hair in my opinion. I don't use it. It's up to you if you want to use it. But anyway, so I'm going to be doing one of these two colors, and I'm also going to be using as my platform a Faria color called Starry Night. Black Starry Night, and it has a blue base to it. So what's going to happen is in the lighter parts of my hair, when I only dye, you know, the portion that I dye black, when I go to shampoo my hair, which I'll show you how to do, naturally it's going to bleed, okay? And it bleeds actually blue instead of black. And it gives that good transition color in between colors. And you just get some tin foil and cut it into pieces depending on what sections you're going to dye. Because as that dye is setting, you don't want it to bleed. Vaseline, so the stain or the dye does not get on your skin. Obviously, you're going to need, you're going to need a comb. I have a brush, whatever you want to use to make your divisions. You're going to need an applicator, or you can just use gloves, which my gloves, oh my god, my gloves are still wet from the other day. I have these sopping wet gloves. They're still hanging on the side of my tub. But I also have gloves that are in the Faria box that I haven't opened yet. So you're going to need gloves. And you're also going to need bobby pins, because you can wrap your hair in foils, but I'm going to do a large section and I hold that up with some bobby pins. You want to put on a crappy shirt. This says, yes, I am a model. So, and forgive me, I'm not wearing any makeup, so I'm sure I look like crap. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to apply my Vaseline, because especially with this stuff, with the Splat, it gets everywhere. You want to make sure you have like a, maybe like a placemat down or something to catch all the color. Oh, and by the way, I haven't washed my hair yet today, so I still have product in my hair. Yeah, so it looks like this. But anyway, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to divide my hair into the sections that I want to dye. And I'm just going to clip them down. So what I'm going to do is, my hair is supposed to look like crap because I knew I was dyeing it. Now you can use a comb. With me, I'm pretty free with how my hair gets dyed or whatever. And you see how how the ends became bleached and all that? That's because the red was fading out when I went to dye it blonde. But anyway, so I'm going to do my bangs, and I'm going to do the sides of my hair. My part's not even, and to me it looks better when the part isn't completely even because it blends better. Now the dye is going to blend better anyway because we're going to bleed it, but if you have a straight part and you want that hard solid division with color, then you can do that. And I will tell you, when you do the shampooing to do it, you're going to have to do it differently than I'm going to do it because I want mine to bleed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rotate colors: purple, blue, purple, blue. Okay, so here's the purple dye, and it's really simple. This is it. Kind of like Manic Panic, not really like Manic Panic. I'm going to pour it into this container. And see, it's like a gel, kind of. Okay, now that my gloves are on, I just wanted to say this was for one of my subscribers, turned now friend on Facebook, Jessica, Ginger Cowgirl. You can see her on my list. She's such a cool girl that I met on YouTube on my channel. She was the one that said, you know what, you're going to dye your hair, you might as well, you know, I would love to see how you do it. So that's what Now the other thing I want to do is I want to try to put some dye right in where the hair is going to be sitting in the foil. This way it can really soak in all the color. Right out. So now I'm going to do the blue. I'm just going to put the splat blue on the other side. Now this is how I come up with all my cool colors. Part of it is bleeding and part of it is mixing, sometimes mixing the colors together, whatever, I don't know, it always comes out awesome. Now, I have a feeling that this blue, this splat blue, because I've actually never used the blue by itself before, but just by looking at it, I can tell that after a few washes, or after it starts to fade out, I should say, it's going to turn probably like a pastel robin's egg blue, which me personally I don't like. I mean, I don't know, I'm usually pretty free with color, but with that I don't like. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to mix a little pink in with this blue, or maybe it's a little bit of a dark purple, just to make the blue a little deeper, but just a tiny bit, just to make that blue more pronounced so it doesn't fade out like a robin's egg blue. Okay, now I'm going to add some Sweet Ruby, which is like a purple pink, to this blue to give it like a prettier shade. So now that I've put those colors in, mixed them up a bit, make sure that all the blonde is covered, and pinned them in, now I'm going to saturate the back of my head with the Fairy Starry Night. So I'm going to mix it up. I feel like a mad scientist. I'm going to mix. So now that my hair dye has been mixed, for the black, the Starry Night by Faria, all the rest of my hair I am going to dye. And I am going to get my bobby pins ready because my hands are going to be full of black dye, obviously. It's just easier to put them in my mouth while I'm putting the dye in. And make sure when you do the back of the head that you make sure you get the bottom of your head and everything. Take another mirror and look and make sure that you covered everything evenly. Okay, so now that I've pinned up my black in the back with bobby pins, I'm going to let it sit for the full 30 minutes. I'm a casualty of hair dyeing. You know, goes with the territory. But anyway, I'm going to let it sit for 30 minutes and I'll be back.